Three.
Hi, my name is Amber G, and today I am going to be talking about plot holes, contradictions, and inconsistencies when you're writing a story. So, first of all, I want to talk about two books. This is one of everybody's favorites, Sister Soldier and The Coldest Winter Ever. And then also have Midnight by Sister Soldier. So when I say plot holes, I think about potholes. You're driving down the street, you're listening to the music, you're relaxing, the sun's shining, and all of a sudden you hit this pothole and you realize it just jars you out of whatever you're thinking about, whatever's going on, and it just kind of upsets the whole ride. So a plot hole is like that, except it's with writing. You're reading a book, and it's a small inconsistency or a small contradiction. It's not usually nothing big, but it's enough to take you out of the story for a minute, and it makes you think because you're like, well, wait a minute. It happens in movies too. You're looking at the person, and 1 minute their plate is full, and then the next scene the plate is empty, only for it to be full again in the next scene. So sometimes things like that catch your eye, and it kind of jars you out of the story. You don't really want that to happen very often, because instead of the person reading the story, they're trying to fact check. They're trying to go back to when you made this mistake. The first one I would like to point out in The Coldest Winter Ever is about Midnight. So Winter goes through his wallet and she finds a picture of his mother, and she said he had a picture of a dark-skinned older woman. Well, maybe it's his grandmother, but then she goes on to say she looks to be around 30 something. And then she also says, and then he had a picture of a girl who seemed to be about 14 years old. So that's probably his sister. But the mother she describes as a dark-skinned older woman. Okay, Midnight is dark-skinned, so that doesn't seem surprising. As a matter of fact, in this book, she describes Midnight as being so dark that the only thing darker than him is Midnight. So we think, wow, he is just like a nice, sexy, dark black. The way that's what I think of when I think of Midnight. I don't know what you think of. But what kind of throws you off is when you get to Midnight's story, and he describes his mother as being 26 years old, 5'7", and golden skin. Well, Winter said she was dark skinned in this book, but he's describing her as golden skin. So that kind of jarred me for a second. I'm like, well, wait a minute. Midnight can't be Midnight if his mom is golden skin. But maybe because he is so dark, maybe she does appear to be golden to him. So I don't know. That's just a little something that I found interesting. Also, there was another one in this book. He calls his little sister Effie. And then when you get to this story, all of a sudden his sister has a different name.
And I'm trying to find it here. I didn't mark that page. Let's see.
His little sister's name is Naja. Naja in one book and Effie in the other book. So again, there could be a reason for that. Maybe Effie is her middle name, maybe that's her first name, but he does not explain that. And for somebody to go from calling their little sister Effie in one book to Naja in the other book without any explanation, without saying, oh, that's her nickname, or oh, we call her, by her middle name, or, that's just another example of an inconsistency, something that would take you away from the story. So as writers, this is something that we need to work on. You have to go back, you have to fact check yourself, you have to make notes along the way, you have to know your characters. So that's just a suggestion from me. Thank you for tuning in today, and tune in next week to see what's in the goodie bag. Please subscribe and share this video.